Bom dia, gente. Espero que você tenha ótimo dia. This is your man Larry, the American Brazilian. I had something funny that happened in my place of business the other day, and I kind of wanted to share some things with you guys, those of you who are single and are dating, whatever. And I thought it was interesting, and it kind of shocked me, and not a whole lot does, but this kind of shocked me. And I know once I tell you guys, you're gonna be like, oh man, you're green, if green is still a word or a thing. But anyway, so we were in my place of business. A couple of guys, we were talking about dating. It came about, and of course they know where I stand. I mean, I got a big Brazilian flag in my place of business, and a lot of guys whom I speak with always show interest concerning travel, right? So they'll say either they've been somewhere or they have intentions to go. Well, in any event, we were talking about the whole situation with dating and how expensive it's become, and how you can't just take someone out to a restaurant for a few dollars. You're talking in the hundreds, $200, $300, $400. Notwithstanding, they might want to take something home. So the guys that I spoke with said that they had a remedy. And so when I asked them what that remedy was, they said, well, the whole goal of going out to eat, if they really feel somebody, if there's a physical attraction, is, at the end of the day, intimacy, right? Which, I understand if whatever, two consenting adults do between each other, it's cool. Fair exchange is no robbery, right? And so the gentlemen were telling me about these sites, Skip the Game and list crawlers or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, right. And so apparently there's these apps or whatever that they can get on and hit buttons and order women like they do food with, like Uber Eats and Grubhub and all of that stuff. And so he said, well, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And I was like, okay, yeah, right. I'm thinking I'm gonna see a lot of women in like mini skirts or sundresses or tight jeans or really short shorts. Wasn't that? It was like birthday suits and all this. And I'm like, hold on, you mean to tell me this is real? And he was like, yeah. He said, so this is how we avoid paying for dinner dates and being used financially, even if we're feeling somebody, even if there's a physical attraction, because if we just want intimacy at the end of the day, then we'll just go ahead and we'll pay for it. And I'm like, wow. And I thought about something, and I said, well, I say, man, the whole soft guy era thing, drizzle, whatever it is, I think it was kind of weird, and I wanted to make this video, but I didn't know a lot about it until I saw a video the last couple of days, and I realized that guys are now saying the same, or using the same talking points that the women of today are using. What are you going to buy me? You just bringing yourself to the table is not good enough. Your physicality is not going to supply all of my needs. I need my needs met. I need my haircut. I need you to purchase me some sneakers or a new outfit. And at first I thought, well, they're just kind of like being coy, or just, just trying to be humorous or whatever. But this is an actual movement. And I thought to myself, I said, the Pookie and the Ray Rays, they've been doing this for a while. But the difference is women get tired of taking care of these guys, and guys get tired of being told what to do. So now you have guys who are self-sufficient, who are saying, okay, well, if you want to be with me, the same way that you want the Louis and the Gucci and the expensive dinner, I want the Louis and the Gucci and expensive dinner. And what's between your legs is not sufficient. I need material, I need substance, I need bread, I need money. Eu quero muito dinheiro. Tá bom? So, I don't know if any of you guys heard of that stuff. Let me know. It's weird to me, but I understand how, if that is your end game, how you could gravitate to a site or an app to order women like you would order food. Now, of course, I don't advocate that. It's not my thing. Wasn't my thing when I was single. definitely not my thing now, obviously. But again, I don't judge anybody. Whatever two consenting adults do with their time, their money, or whatever, that's between them. But I find it strange how now people are guys, single guys, are now streamlining the process concerning dating and intimacy. And I think that's going to serve to cripple even more, dismantle already a crippling dating society. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if women are saying, you know, well, if you want intimacy, whatever, you need to take me out, or whatever, and then you might, and guys are saying, well, I can get somebody that looks twice as good as you for a fraction of the price, and then I can go ahead and get what I want to get to eat, and I'm good. I think that is going to increase the singlehood of a lot more of, or it's going to broaden the spotlight on single women, and it's going to make them feel even more alone. Because, and listen, the guys who were telling me this, or one guy was telling me that, I know he's in the Pookie or the Ray Ray lane, and cool guy, but I know that's his lane. And if he's doing it and they're doing it, and not all of them were in that lane, some of them were in the lane of, you know, hey, I'm a productive member of society, and you know, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I work hard, and I make a very decent income. But why would I go through that when I can just do this and it'll be a done deal? I can do this a couple of times a week, or I can do this once. I can factor that into my budget, as opposed to factoring in $2,000 or $3,000 dinner dates into my budget. And again, I'm not advocating anything. I'm just saying that I find it ironic that guys are now deciding to, yet again, they've discovered their options, and they're streamlining the process by which they can attain a certain level or a certain kind of satisfaction. So I don't know. And what's funny is these same guys were saying that they would travel and do things the traditional way over there, but over here, when they're over here, there's like, well, I'll pay for it over here, which is ironic, right? Because most women, in their mind, their talking points is the only reason why guys travel is to pay for sex, intimacy. And what they don't realize is that there's an influx or an increase of guys that are paying for intimacy right in the USA, but then they go overseas for the traditional way, a cold approach, and whatever you call it, of meeting women and establishing relationships. So I don't know. I'm just rambling. I thought that was weird. Tell me what you guys think. Have you ever heard any of that stuff, those sites or whatever? Didn't know stuff like that exist. I don't want to sound completely naive. I had an idea, but I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was a situation that you could like order people like food, you know. So I don't know. Strange world we live in. Muito interessante. If I said that right. If not, that's the challenging word for the day. In any event, fala com você mais tarde. This is your man Larry, the American Brazilian, saying até a breve, é verdade.